Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Super Cool Radio interview. I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very excited because I have some great guests joining me at this time. They recently released their first single entitled Cross the Line off their upcoming album, Third Time's the Charm. Please welcome from Las Vegas, Crimson Riot. Why did I pause? I have no idea. My bad. That was
grab everybody's attention, like just
Yeah.
with bated breath.
It's the patient right there. Just I didn't know who you were. I was like,
I was like, who is it?
I had a nice intro written out and everything, and yeah.
Beautiful.
So welcome to Super Cool Radio. I guess I'm the host, Matthew Thomas. Before we dive into everything, I will introduce everyone here real quick. So on guitar and vocals, we have Roxy. On bass and vocals, we have Chris. And on drums, we have Ryan.
Yay.
Hey, what's up?
All right, so I have a fun question before we start diving into Crimson Riot and everything you guys have going on. So a fun question I've been asking my guests this season, so I'm curious for all of you guys. So if you are running short on time, you have to be somewhere very quickly, you're driving in your car, what is your go-to song?
ooh.
For me, and this is actually a true story. So there's a song on our second album called You Kill Me. And for some reason, just like I don't know if it's the tempo of the song, but when we were kind of doing all the preliminary sort of like listen throughs before we actually released the album, I would put it on in my car. And the first time I did, I realized I was going 90 on the freeway. And I was like, oh God. I'm like, okay, gotta slow down a little bit. And it like kept happening. Like every time it would come on, I just like, I don't know, like foot to the floor. Like, I don't know why it does that. Like, it's just that song. Like the rest of the album is great and it's driving and stuff like that. But for some reason, yeah, You Kill Me on our second album was just like, something happened to me. I don't know what it was.
So that's a designated speeding song.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, I gotta be real careful when it comes on.
No doubt. Yeah.
For me, Platypus by Green Day.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one or King of Bedside Manor by Bare Naked Ladies. But yeah, those two songs, they're going to be through the floor. Just
All right. So I had a very similar experience that Roxy did as well. But my go-to driving song is Red Barchetta by Rush.
Great driving song.
he's trying to live the song.
Yeah.
All very solid answers, by the way. I like all of them. They're all speeding approved. Not to say that anyone speeds legally. I cannot say that.
Yeah, for legal purposes, we do not condone speeding. Don't do it. Follow the speed limit.
Exactly. So that legal disclaimer out of the way. So diving into Crimson Riot now, as I said, you guys have your first single off the upcoming album. So Cross the Line out right now. For anyone who hasn't listened to it, haven't checked it out, what can they expect?
Fire.
Rocks.
Fire.
Fire. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. The video was super fun to shoot. We had a lot of fun with it, and it's probably one of the. It was less involved than other videos we've done before, but it was more involved in other ways. We had a really big crew on this video, which was nice to have lots of help and lots of hands, making sure that our vision kind of came to life. But as far as the song goes, it's just like hard and fast. I know that's kind of a throwaway answer, but it's true. Like it's really hard and fast. It's one of my personal favorites. And I mean, playing it in the studio, recording it, playing it live, doing it for the video, like it all just has the same energy. And it's just, yeah, it's like definitely one of those like kind of ones. Also probably be careful driving with that one too.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, for me, like I'm, kind of new to Crimson Riot, so listening Across the Line, I very much enjoy it. It's got a great hook to it. It's got a great just guitar riff, and just it's an all around rocking song. So I'm very excited for the upcoming album as well.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you said you're new to us, and this is we're kind of coming into this album, and especially with Cross the Line. Like, if people want to know what Crimson Riot's about, this is the album. This is what we are calling like our pinnacle. This is our album that we finally said, yeah, we found our sound, our formula. We know what works now for us. Not saying the last two albums were anything like that. And like, whoa, we didn't know what we were doing. They're great albums, but this one really defines who we are. There's a lot of growth in the albums. And so if anybody coming in as a newcomer to Crimson Riot, you're coming in at the best time, I think.
True. Yeah, agreed.
So kind of curious, so like speaking to this album, so like how was the writing and recording process for A Third Time's a Charm? Was it different compared to the last two albums?
It was definitely different. So the one main difference is, so the last two albums were written and recorded with the three of us. This album, Ryan wasn't in the band at the time. He kind of took a little hiatus and he was gone for a while. And so my brother was playing drums for us, and he was in the band when we were writing this record. So he wrote like a majority of the drum parts. And so he ended up stepping out to do some other stuff. Ryan came back and we were like, okay, here's the new album, learn it. And then we'll go record it. And so it was interesting because we had like all the songs written in a certain way. And then Ryan came back and like put his own spin on what we already had. So then we went in and recorded it. So we all kind of had to relearn the songs together. And so that was an interesting dynamic going into the studio, going like, okay, we all remember these, right? Like, that they go.
That was the first.
But
That was the
turned out
first
great.
for me too. That was the first for me to be having RJ actually write all the drum parts, and then me like having to learn them and then record them. But so yeah, I haven't ever done that. Everything I've ever recorded was all me writing my parts and going and recording them. So that was definitely a cool experience.
At the end of recording, we did more for this too, like a lot of layering, a lot of, putting in the, what we call like spice into the songs and just little trinkets. And we did all that at home, but we never did that before. It was always like, okay, it's done and it's mixing and mastering now. And okay, we have it. Now it was just like, all right, we recorded in June. We started getting the masters back, in November, because we spent so much time just fine tuning this album to be what we wanted it to be.
Yep.
So kind of like with that process, the ability to like refine it, was there like just more time to like, okay, this is like what we're going for. This is like the sound we want. Do you think having that extra time really added to the album?
100%, yes. And we were not beholden to a label's timeline or any other timeline but our own, and that was extremely helpful because we weren't in a rush. We weren't trying to like get it out. Like originally, we wanted the album to come out this month, and the timing wasn't working out. We were pressing vinyl for the first time. We were running out of time, and it was just like, you know what? If we want this to be what we want it to be, we have to take the time to do it. And so we did, and we pushed everything back because we wanted to give everybody something that we wanted them to hear. We didn't want to half-ass it. We didn't want to put something out that we're like, oh man, we should have done this, because inevitably it happens to everybody. Like, you think you've got this masterpiece, and then you look back and you're like, damn it, we should have done this instead. And we just didn't want that. We wanted to come as close to the final product as we could possibly get. So having that extra time and being able to like experiment with stuff and like, does this really fit here? Listen to it for a week or two and go, nah, okay, we don't really need that. Or, oh, we should do this instead. Like, that's something we never got to do before. So it was nice. It was nice to have that breathing room and put something out that we're, really, really proud of.
Kind of with that, so I did also want to ask, so Ryan, for you, so like learning these, these songs as they're already written. So like, what was like the most challenging song for you?
Let's see. I think Demons Disappear, or what's it called? Yeah, Demons Disappear.
Yeah. Roxy and I were both just waiting that we'll answer.
I knew it.
You knew that was the answer?
Like, what was the difficulty with that?
Well, it wasn't necessarily the difficulty. It's just that, like, I didn't necessarily like the parts, but I understood why they were there. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to find a way to do these and like them because I love the song. I absolutely love the song listening to it, but playing it was like a whole different thing. And I'm like, this feels weird and like it doesn't feel right. But then I kind of got used to it. And because what's weird is everything else on the album was like, okay, perfect, great, love it, do it, yeah, great. But that one song, it felt weird to me, and I don't know. It took some getting used to, I guess. So yeah, that one was kind of weird, but
Yeah.
now I love it. Now that I have kind of settled into it and listened to it a bunch, now I absolutely love the song and can't wait to play it out live and share that with people. So
Yeah, it's a very unique drum pattern. It's not like a, normal kind of like fast driving like 4/4, boom chuck boom chuck boom chuck kind of thing. It's very different. Like RJ really got experimental with it, which was great, and we thought that was awesome, and it really broke up kind of the rest of the record, putting it in the place that it's in and everything like that. But yeah, it's like it's not a typical kind of drum beat, so it was a little bit challenging, which is totally understandable.
Yeah, when we were writing, we were like, RJ, channel your inner Derek Grant from Alkaline Trio. And he was like, got you, fam. And he went for it.
He went for it. Full send.
he did.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely very much looking forward to checking that one out and seeing how experimental it is with the drums. So I'm looking forward to that one. But I did want to highlight. So I believe this album, from what I read, has some special guests on one of the song as well. So who are the special guests and how did it come about?
Our special guest, we are so fortunate. So we have a song called "Here's to You." It's on every album we have at least one ska song, just because ska punk has to, that's my childhood right there. And so we got Chris Grau from the band Loser to put down for us, and then we were fortunate enough to get Craig and Dan from Buck-09 to lay some horns down for us. And the way it came about was we played with Buck-09 years and years ago. Like, I've always been a fan of Buck-09. I've always loved those guys. Roxy and I have actually gone to California to see them play. They're such great guys. They're the sweetest humans on earth. And Roxy and I were at Punk Rock Bowling a couple years ago to go see Billy Bragg. And we were standing in line to get drinks, and I felt a tap on my shoulder, and it was Craig from Buck-09. He's like, "Hey, I just wanted to say hi. I haven't had a chance to see you guys." He's like, "I love everything you're doing with Crimson Riot. Keep it up. I'm a huge fan, and I love what you guys are doing." And then like, "Oh, that's great." And then he walked away, and Roxy and I just looked at each other. It was like, "Are you joking? Like, that's Craig." You guys in Buck-09, and he liked our band. And so when we wrote the song, I just said, it'd be cool if we can get some horns on this. I was like, I'm going to reach out to Craig. And I reached out to him. I was like, hey, man, would you be interested? And he did not even hesitate. He's like 100%. And we asked just him. We're like, hey, do you want to? And he's like, yeah, I'll get Dan on board. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, okay. And so once we got the song mastered or mixed and all that, we sent them the track and said, hey, this is what it is. You guys have full freedom. Here's the parts and what we're looking for. And I think it took them like 3 takes, and what you will hear on the album is what they did, and just phenomenal. Like the moment we heard it for the first time,
good.
Just started laughing. We're like, this is so cool.
Yeah. And Chris Grau from Loser is also doing organ in the background too. And as soon as we were like, what this needs like that organ sound, that kind of like ska kind of poppy bouncy sort of rhythm. And he was like the first person we thought of. We're like, we got to get Chris on the horn for this. Like, we got to make sure we can have him. So, and he was so sweet, and he was more than happy to do it. And he did a great job. All 3 of them did an amazing job.
Yeah. So big Loser, and big shout out to Buck-09 for being on our album. And
super cool.
My childhood dream came true. I was like, yay!
So when you reached out, did you expect to have an answer and have this kind of have this song the way it is?
The worst thing is he'll say no, I don't have the time, and it's like, I get that. The guys like that are busy, and we actually kind of ran into like a time constraint with them because Dan had some stuff in his personal life that he had to take care of. So it was like literally the day that they sent us the music, the next day Dan was unavailable. So it was just like, oh, thank God. Like, all right, cool. And I don't know. We just expected just like, okay, cool horns in this and, you know, some cool organ. I don't think we really had an idea of what we wanted it to sound like. We just let them have their freedom, and what they came back was better than anything I could ever imagine. And I mean, I was in a ska band playing saxophone back when I was 18, 19 years old. I don't think I could have written a better horn part. Like I was just like, it was perfect.
Well, right. Well, I'm very happy for you guys that everything worked out, you know, and the time constraints and everything, the timeline, everything worked out. I'm very excited. I'm also a fan of ska, so I've been getting more into it as, you know, as I get older. So I'm excited to check that one out as well.
Yeah, might have to send you a secret track. We'll send it to you so you can check
There
it
you
out.
go.
Yeah. It's very cool. It's a lot of fun. It turned out really great.
It did. Absolutely.
So, but also, you know, with the album, I believe you guys have the artwork up on the website. So, like, how did this album artwork come together? Because I really like it. The style, the color choice, it looks very cool. So, like, how did all that come about?
Yeah, so a friend of ours is in a band called Kids on Fire from Pacific Northwest. They're from Seattle. And he's a tattoo artist as well. And his name's Johnny Larson. He owns Heartbreaker Tattoo in Seattle. And he has this really awesome art style. And when we were talking about what we wanted the album cover to be, we immediately thought of him, reached out, and we're like, hey, man, I know this is kind of like a, you know, thing, like, would you be interested in doing the album art? He's like, absolutely, 100%, yes. What I'm in. What do you want? What are we looking at? So Chris actually had the idea of having the album art be kind of like downtown Vegas, which it kind of is. It's, you know, it's like a long drag and it's got like all these buildings and stuff like that. And he said, I wonder if he can do kind of like a hidden picture thing. So if you look at the album, every single song has some sort of something on the album. So on the cover. So it's sort of like, yeah, it's a hidden picture piece of art.
Yeah.
And all the songs are in it. And Johnny just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Some of the song titles are very obvious. Like, you'll see them right away. But there's other ones where you really have to, like, where is this song title at? And then he added his own flair to it, and which made us super happy, because, like, even now looking at because we have our the vinyl covers, just looking at it, I'm like, oh, I didn't see this when he first sent it. Like, I didn't see this thing over here. Did you notice this? And it's like, man, that he like really put some attention into it. He did that on tour too. He was on his way home. They were on their way home from the East Coast, and so he was like, I got hours to spend in the van, so he actually drew it all out while in the van for like 3 days.
Wow. Well, it turned out incredible. I love the color choice and just the whole overall just like themes and everything. I'll have to look closely to see the you know, the hidden images and all of that. I'll have to check that out more closely as well. But definitely something very cool and very eye catching.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
So
Heartbreaker Tattoos. He's on TikTok. He's very active on TikTok too. So if you're up in Seattle, get it, and you want a tattoo, he's the guy. He actually did my Fallout tattoo. He did a tattoo on my leg. He's done a couple of tattoos for Roxy. So, like, anytime we're in Seattle, we try to take an extra day off just so we can go see Johnny and just get something else. Got to get him to finish my arm.
Yeah, got to get back up there.
Yeah,
Indeed.
You don't need an excuse. Just head up there and get your artwork done.
Right.
Definitely.
But also, so you're talking about vinyl. So if anyone's interested, where's the best place to purchase the vinyl?
So we're going to have pre-orders starting February 1st, and that will go all the way up pretty much until it's sold out, if that happens. But we have 3 different packages that we're going to be offering, 3 different bundles. So we have the CD bundle, which is just the CD, and then the vinyl and CD, and then just vinyl. And all of the pre-orders come with a little special gift, actually multiple special gifts. Every time we do a pre-order, we like to give everybody something a little bit extra. And so every single album we've done has had a patch, has had some sort of like, I think we did baseball cards at one point. We did like all kinds of different stuff. So this time it's really cool. We have a poker chip, we have a patch, and we have motel room keys.
Nice.
As part of all the pre-order packages. So that pre-orders will start February 1st.
I can show these because we posted the picture earlier, so everybody now knows.
And then and the pre-orders will be live February 1st at crimsonriot.com.
Well, very good. I will leave a link for the website in the description. Definitely make sure to pick yourself up a copy and get some nice free gifts as well.
Yeah.
Those poker chips are heavy, by the way.
They are. They're real,
like a box
they're real,
of them.
man. They're like the real deal.
Yes, man. Those things, no joke.
Can I take that to casino?
Yeah, right.
You can take it. What they do with it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they do with you after they think you're trying to scam them is also up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe do that at your own risk.
Yeah.
Correct.
Another legal advice, don't do that.
Yeah. We're going to have a on this episode. Don't do the shit.
Disclaimer, don't do any of these things.
Except buy our own.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I should put that at the beginning of this video.
You're right.
Right, yeah.
Curious for you guys transitioning to the live performance side. I'm curious for all of you, do you approach performing live differently than recording music?
Absolutely. So the live performance, it's really about any sort of live performance is about an energy exchange. So you want to put on a good show because that gets the audience hyped up and they give you the energy back so you can kind of keep going. It's kind of like a, rotating sort of thing. And it's about being there, and the energy at a concert is way different than being in a studio. So in a studio, you obviously want to put your best performance forward, and without kind of jumping around, running out of breath, you want it to be clean. So in the studio, and everybody records different too. There's a lot of different, little rituals that people do and things that they do to prepare. Some people like to have, friends around so they feel like they're performing for an audience. We never do. It's just us and the engineer. And, Steve Yates is great. Ice House Studios, they have a really nice facility and it's super comfortable. And I feel like we get our best studio performance out of that place. But it's definitely different. We're really chill and we take it real serious, and we still have a good time, obviously, but it's not like being on stage performing live, because at that point you're trying to essentially sell yourself to a room full of people, and you want them to like it, and you're excited about it. You want them to be excited about it. So it's definitely a different vibe being, secluded in the studio and then out in public.
Yeah, we have 8 hours, 5 days of recording, to sell the album. Meanwhile, we have 25 to 30 minutes to sell you live, and it's like you definitely got to give everything you can. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah, and I think for me, definitely a big difference from studio to live, and even the way that I approach hitting the drums and cymbals are completely different than how I do it live, because I'm looking for a recorded sound quality. Because when we're live, like whatever happens, it's over. Like a second later. But on a recording, that one hit or that one crash, that's part of history. I mean, that's like cemented in time, right? Like that people, you can hear that over and over and over. But live, yeah, you can just go nuts and have fun, and again, sell the energy to the audience, right? That's what the live is. But yeah, studio, I approach it completely differently than playing live. Again, trying to just get the best sound out of the instrument that I can. So that's my approach to that, I guess, to compare the two.
Kind of following up with that. So like, how do you capture some of like the live performance energy in a studio recording, since it's a very different environment?
Vivid imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me especially, well, for Chris and I both, I think when you're recording instruments, it's a little bit different because you want the cleanest take that you can get. You know, live, it's like you're bound to flub a couple notes because you're, you know, bouncing around and running around and everything. But in studio, like you want it to be crisp, you want it to be clean, you want it to be as perfect as you can get it. And so there's not a lot of performance aspect in that. But vocally speaking, there has to be performance because you have to get that energy across on recording, which is really difficult. I think a lot of people don't consider how difficult it is to bring raw energy when you're standing in a room by yourself.
Yeah.
So like I record vocals with the lights off. Like I record in the dark because it just helps my mind kind of go to a place where I need to be to like get that across in a recording. And I know a lot of people that do that. I know a lot of professional people record in the dark because it's just it helps you kind of step out of the fact that you're just standing in a booth and you're just singing into a microphone alone. And it's, you know, like I said, everybody has their ritual of recording, but vocally it's a little more difficult than just playing because of that, trying to get that across in a recording.
Yeah, I mean, think about people that, you know, go and sing karaoke and they're just like, they're performing the song that somebody else wrote and put the passion in, and they're like, oh, I could be a professional singer. It's like, no, the moment you get into a booth, now you have to figure out how to sell this song and sell the emotion. Because a lot of people can do that and unless you take years of training or years of being on stage and knowing how to convey emotions through vocals.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't, you know, I'm not going to record something that, you know, alerts the listener that I was standing in a booth with a cup of coffee in my hand, right? Like, you know, that's not punk rock.
This time, across the line.
Yeah.
And call as I see it.
There you go.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Just doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. You gotta really work for it.
Yeah, that would be a solid t-shirt. Drinking coffee in a studio is not punk rock.
Right, yeah, there you go, right?
I mean, it is.
It's the only way I know how to be, honestly. Like, that's my whole life.
I'm so punk rock, I got a Cinderella coffee mug.
There you go, man.
That's punk rock.
That's punk rock.
Right.
Agreed.
All right, so as we're starting to close this out, it's got a few more topics before we close out this interview. So staying on the live performance topic, I'm curious for all of you guys, what is your favorite Crimson Riot song to perform live?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I have two. I have two that I love playing. I'll give you my first one, and that's Girl Fight. Because that's off our second album. There's just some like really good emotion that Roxy goes through with her vocals throughout that whole song. And there's this, I remember when we were recording it and writing it, there was the transition between the first chorus and the second verse. We were just like, it's not flowing. And I was like, what if you just do this little tiny, like, just little riff, like pretty, just strum it all out, and it just hits so hard. It's so pretty, but it just the energy there just hits hard. And also I love my bass line for that song because it's killer. But I love the emotion. My second song I love playing live, and it's one of our songs that we said will always be in our set list. It's kind of our it's kind of like our True Believers, but it's the Oi song. Because we get along with us, we have a breakdown. We tell everyone how to sing the song, and when we play to a crowd that's just having a good time, it just echoes in the room, and there's no better feeling than that.
I have
You
to,
guys?
yeah. Those are both great. Those are super awesome. For me, I think, yeah, Oi Song is definitely on the list for sure. But also for me, I think. I'm kind of torn in between. I love playing Here's the Bad News, Laura, because it's a really fun song and it's super high energy. And I've always loved that song. Like ever since we wrote it, that's from our first album. That was the very first music video we ever put out. And it's just kind of, I mean, in the scheme of like our career, that's definitely one of like the classics, you know? But it's always good and people always seem to dig it. And, it's always fun to see people kind of, you know, especially people that have been with us for a while, you know, they know it's coming and they get super excited about it. That's really nice to see.
Yep. So my one of my favorites to play, yeah, I guess there's one of my favorites from the first album is Lola is one of my favorites, and I just love the bouncy beat. It's kind of a like what do you call it, like surf punk song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
kind of bouncy or whatever, and it has this like cool bouncy groove, and so I really like playing Lola. It's really fun and it's a funny song, and like I don't know, it's just a fun feel good song. So I love that one. And then recently I've been like really digging Decades Past off the new album. But I love the Oi song too. The Oi song is so fun to play too. It's kind of that same vibe for me. But so my favorite song's still to be determined because we haven't played all the songs live yet from the new
That
album.
is true.
So,
That is true.
so we'll see. But right now, those two, yeah, those ones are those are my favorites right now. So,
And I
for
do
sure.
definitely have to give a shout out to Cross the Line too. We've been playing that live for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
And it's super great because the breakdown in the chorus, like a lot of people, if they haven't heard the song before, they don't see that coming. And so you just kind of see people kind of like bouncing along and the breakdown happens and they all go, it just like changes completely from that
We
point.
get the
That's true too. Yeah.
awesome.
And that song rips too.
Yeah.
I love playing that one too. I mean, I like all the new stuff, but you know, it's like it's new, so I don't know what's going to be my favorite yet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all excellent picks with everything. So now, as we're closing out this interview, I got one more fun question for you guys. So I'm curious for all of you guys, what has been the coolest or most unique venue you've had the opportunity to perform at?
I
Or
mine
most
be-
unique.
I'll
You got
wait.
yours?
Um,
I know. I gotta think. I gotta
know, I
think.
gotta think
I
of
don't
something.
know.
Okay,
There's
fine.
so many good ones.
As someone that I cried when we played this venue because
Okay, that's
I
fair.
grew-
Yeah. Okay.
I grew up idolizing this venue from bands like Operation Ivy, Green Day, the beginning of Dance Hall Crashers, the beginning of Rancid. It's 924 Gilman Street. That was the venue that I know that there's going to be bigger, better venues, but that one is just significant to me, and I don't think I'll ever play a venue that's more iconic and significant in my world. I mean, CBGB's is gone, so 924 Gilman is definitely that's my favorite venue.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree. Oh, I would agree with Chris on that. Like that was a huge bucket list venue for all three of us, I believe. But one of the coolest places that we played, I think, was in Waterloo, Iowa.
Spicoli's.
Spicoli's?
It's gone now, I think, right? It's gone.
Yeah.
But that place was just like the funnest, coolest, biggest audience for what was it, like a Tuesday night or something?
Yeah.
It was just insane. So anyway, there's a
YouTube.
we have fond memories of that. So as well.
Yeah, Quinn put a YouTube video of him in the mosh pit during our set.
Yeah,
So,
I think our whole show was on YouTube. I think he put the whole show up. He
Yeah.
recorded our whole show from there. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's see. I'm trying to think. We've played so many places. It's crazy. I mean, I didn't know we were going God tier, so obviously Gilman is, like the number one thing for us. But for me, it was kind of an interesting show. But we played the Royal Albert Hall in Winnipeg in Canada. And it's this like super old building and it looks like kind of castle-y. It's like all brick and it's like, it was built in like the 1600s or whatever, kind of thing like that. And so it was really cool. It was really cool to play in there. And the venue was awesome. And the owners were really great. And all the bands we played with were super cool. And that was just like a really unique venue just to play in. Because from the outside, you're like, there's no way this is the thing. And then you go in, you're like, wow, it's like a full-on club. Like it was really, really cool. And yeah, we've played all kinds of different iconic places. We've played Three Links in Dallas, and that was super fun. And then yeah, Spicoli's was great when it was there. And so now we always play the Octopus when we're in Iowa. So that's always fun too.
yeah.
It's kind of a small place, but man, they pack them in. They really do.
Oh, what about the Shredder in
Oh, the Shredder! They have a half pipe in there in Boise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. It's like I feel like I'm gonna come away from this interview and be like, crap, I should have said this one because that was really cool too. But there's like so many going through my head. I'm like, I don't know.
So many good ones.
Starlight in Edmonton, or Starlight in Edmonton.
Starlight, that was great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots.
Airs.
Oh, that venue we just played up there in Calgary.
Oh yeah.
The Art Center
block.
place.
Yeah, the block. Yeah.
Definitely, there's so many cool venues, and that's why, well, with everything, make sure to support your local venues, any venues that you like, because people support original music. It's coming few and far between, so please support all of them. Fantastic venues. But now, as we're transitioning to closing out this interview, so we're January heading into February. So how is the rest of 2026 looking like for Crimson Riot?
Well, the album comes out in March, and we're hoping to do quite a bit of touring. It's been a while. We've done a couple of 3-day, 4-day things here and there, but the way we like to tour is we like to go out for weeks at a time. We like to hit as many places as we possibly can. And so that's definitely on the list of things to do this year. Is to get out and go see all the people that we've missed for the last little bit, because we kind of had a transitional period, changing drummers, trying to record the album, kind of stuff like that, and all of that costs money. So we have to we had to kind of just sort of save our finances a little bit, and now we can get this album out and hit the road. So we're hoping to go as many places as possible, because we miss touring so much, and it's one of our favorite things to do. We love to travel, we love to play all these cool venues and play for all these great people. So that's definitely on the top of the to-do list as soon as the album comes out.
Yep.
Heck
yeah.
Well, right. Well, I'm very excited for you guys. Hope everything goes smoothly with obviously the album release and the possibility of touring this year. So I hope everything goes well for you all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Of course. So for everyone watching, where are the best places to find Crimson Riot online?
So we have all social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can also find us on wherever you purchase music online or stream music online. We're on pretty much everything. If you can't find us for some reason, I don't know. We're pretty much on everything.
Just straight up Google search Crimson Riot Band, and everything will be right there.
Yeah, and you can also go to crimsonriot.com for any updates and show information, and also the pre-order starting February 1st.
Yep.
Well, right on. I'll make it even easier. So if anyone who can't find it, I'll have some links in the description for Crimson Riot. Please check out, support them, and make sure to pre-order the album on February 1st. But thank you guys all so much for stopping by and chatting with me.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks.
Of course, for all of Crimson Riot, I'm your host, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.
Yeah. See ya.